Hello and welcome to part 2. Slightly more complicated shapes, but nothing overly hard. So let's take a look at the first one. And what do we have here? Well, we have what looks to be a rectangle with a triangle at the end. So this one we definitely have to divide into two. So let's divide those two, if I get my pen down, here. So we have some numbers here. We have, if we were to rotate this 90 degrees to the left, like standing it up like a house or a tower, the base would be 8 and the height would be 12. So of that box, it's pretty easy, 8 times 12. So that is 80 plus 16, so that's 96. Well, cubic centimeters. Sorry, not cubic, square centimeters. So that will be this done. Now we need the triangle. So if the whole thing from the base, where it says 8 centimeters, all the way up to the top here, if that is 15 centimeters, and the box we just calculated is 12, that means we have 3 centimeters left. So the part from here to here is 3. So that's going to be the height. So that's the height. And the base, well, that is still 8. And because it's a triangle, we have to divide that by 2. So 8 times 3 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. And then we can add those two numbers together, so we get an 8, and then we get a 10. So in total, 108 square centimeters. So, not too bad. Now for the next one, we have what appears to be a box and a half circle. So let's kind of divide those two, give or take there. I'm going to put a 4 here. So again, the box, very easy. 4 times 5 equals 20. And let's put in the meters squared there. So now we need the circle or half circle. And the formula for that is area equals P times R squared. So what do we have? Well, we have the 4, which is sort of kind of the base of the half circle, but that is diameter, so that's not the number we need. We need this one here. But because we have the diameter, and diameter is 2 of R, so we can just divide the 4 by 2. So we know R is going to be 2. So that means we can do P times 2 squared. Remember, squared means that it's the number multiplied by itself, not the number multiplied by 2. It is the same in this one specific case, but in any other, not so much. So the number multiplied by itself. So if you have 5 squared, it's 5 times 5. If it's 4 squared, it's 4 times 4. So here it's 2 times 2, which is 4. And then we have P. And it's going to be meters squared, or square meters. So obviously P has a value, and depending on who you ask, how you learn to do math, well, there are different ways of doing this. If you have a calculator, the best thing you can do is, well, press the button where it says P, and it will add in a very, very precise number for P. But don't have that here. So what I learned when I went to school was P is 3.14. Now I know some of you guys say it's 1416, which is also fine. So whichever you prefer. This is a bit more accurate than the 3.14. So whatever you want. So to get the final result, you would have to say 4 times whatever value of P that you want to use. So in this case, it's going to be something 12.6-ish, thereabouts. So that number, after doing this math, you add that to, 20. So the result, and I'm just guessing here because I can't do this in my head, and I don't have my calculator right in front of me. So let's say the 12.6 or so. So that is going to be 32.6-ish. So like that, square meters. So that's how you would do that. Don't forget, if you find weird shapes or whatever, you can always, well, it's not weird to have a circle, but nonetheless. Actually, did I forget something? Yes, I did. I made a mistake. It's a half circle, so it's actually not this. I have to divide by 2. Shame on me. So it's not going to be 4 because we're going to divide this by 2. So it's just going to be 2p. So it's going to be 6.28 or thereabouts. So let's see, eraser. Here we go. Oopsie doopsie. Fixing mistakes. Always double check your math. Always. So it's going to be 26 point, let's say 28 or so. Thereabouts anyway. Anyways, besides my little whoopsie doopsie, I hope this was helpful. If not, I'm sorry.